Most entrepreneurs stay trapped inside their business and create a job for themselves because they believe no one else can run their business like them. And because of this belief, everything has to be done by them and everything is on them. Every message, every problem, every task, every decision, all of it running through you. You start telling yourself stories. If you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. No one cares. There's no good help out there. And that's the lie that keeps entrepreneurs trapped. Hello, my name is Clive Morrison of CMJ Business Solutions, and we help business owners build systems, teams, and structures so their businesses can run without them. Look, I've lived it. I built my cleaning business from the ground up, and I worked in my business every single day. I cleaned, I fixed, I marketed, I did all the sales. I wore every hat until the business owned me. 12-hour days working inside the business. Then someone said something that changed everything. The more valuable you are to your business, the less valuable your business is to anyone else. Because if everything runs through you, no one else can buy it, scale it, or even breathe inside of it. So how do you break free? How do you go from chaos to clarity and build what I call the freedom framework? Look, there are 4 stages that you have to go through to get to this freedom. 1 is document everything. 2, delegate intelligently. 3, develop leaders. And 4, detach with confidence and take a vacation. All right. So look, start with document everything. And these are the key actions that you got to do. You got to map out every process in your business, every tool, every system, every habit. Now, you got to document the essential things, right? Because I know it seems overwhelming, right? You got to document the marketing, the sales, the client delivery, your employee life cycle, how you hire to when they leave, your finances, and your operations. Now, you want to make sure you choose one main platform to document all this stuff in. You want to create templates and SOPs so that you can have everything right. Then we're going to do an overhaul of all these outdated systems, because a lot of people buy tech and they buy these tech systems so that they can have, because somebody told them something fancy, when really your tech should be serving your processes, not you trying to fit your process into the tech. Now, this is where we actually document everything that's going on and overhaul the systems. Once we've documented them right, the goal is to capture everything that lives in your head and in the business and build structure around it. Before you hire or hand things off, you need to make the business visible, on paper, on a map. Right now, the work only exists because you remember how to do it. This stage is about creating a blueprint so someone can come in and run it, even if they're not here yet. Most people do abdication. They think that's delegation. Abdication is giving a task with no instructions or feedback, expecting to be done right. The other extreme is micromanaging, hovering over every task, and both of those fail. This is why we document the process first, so we can give people tasks, a checklist, and a clear definition of done. You'll know you've done it right when every function is mapped out and 80% of your recurring tasks are documented and everything lives in one source of truth. All right, stage 2, delegate intelligently. Now, the key actions here is you got to start with all the recurring time-heavy tasks that have a clear SOP and start delegating. You got to define what ownership for each function in the business is also. What's the function for marketing, sales, client delivery? Then you have to start training team members, but not out your head, but using checklists, not verbal teaching. Then hold weekly meeting reviews for feedback and refinement. How did we do? Did you follow all the tasks correctly? And we're going to measure task completion and accuracy before speed. We want to get it done right. Then we want to get it done fast. All right. Now it's time to hand off the work in the right way. You've documented everything. The system exists. Now you bring people into it. Now this is about teaching others how to run the machine you built, step by step, without losing quality or control. You see, delegating isn't about dumping. It's about transferring ownership. Your job is not a trade, not to trade tasks. Define ownership for each function. And if you still own most of it, train people by the checklist. Watch them follow it. If it works, refine together. Have a weekly rhythm for reviewing issues and measure progress by task accuracy and completion. The goal is consistency, not speed. When 40-50% of your recurring tasks is delegated, admin's off your plate and your team executes directly from the SOPs. You're no longer the engine that oversees everything. You're just watching from above and you're just reviewing by KPIs. Stage 3 is to develop leaders. So you can either promote from within or hire leaders who take initiative. I like to promote from within, but sometimes we have to hire from without. Assign ownership for each area: admin, finance, marketing, sales, etc. Right? This is where they truly own the process. You don't own the process anymore. They own the process. And how we know if they're successful is that we can create metrics for every role. We define what a win is. We define what success is. The next part is make sure you have an embedded culture of celebrating wins and rewarding consistency, not heroics, not firefighting. Don't have people come in and be like, oh, I did this amazing thing, I had to save the day. No, we want to reward consistency. Hold weekly scorecard meetings with measurable metrics. Also, you need to build a decision ladder so that 80% of your decisions are made without you. 80% of the decisions in the company are made without you. This is where we build leadership and accountability into the business, so it runs on ownership, not on oversight. We don't want you watching everything. See, this is where your systems work, your team execute. Now it's time to grow managers and decision makers who can lead without waiting on you. We're not building task takers here. We want to build owners. The best systems fail without leadership inside them. You're turning people into thinkers who can spot problems, make decisions, and keep the rhythm alive. So remember, embed the culture by celebrating wins, rewarding consistency, not firefighting. Hold weekly accountability meetings where each area has measurable metrics and clear deliverables. Build a decision ladder so 80% of decisions can be made without you. You know you succeeded when you have a leader in every area, managing operations, performance, and culture, and a company that runs predictably without you in the middle of everything. Stage 4, what everybody been waiting on: detach with confidence and take a vacation. This is where we test the system with 1 day away, then 1 week away, then 30 days away. See, every time you step away, you're going to conduct a business health review after each test. We're going to fix the gaps at the system level, not the personnel level. If we see problems, we're going to look at SOPs. We're going to look at accountability. We're going to look at metrics. We're going to look at why are things not happening, not with the person, but by the measurements. We're going to operate by dashboards, not by your inbox. This stage is where we test if the business can run independently. Can it be run consistently, profitably, and predictably without you in the middle of everything? You've built the system. You've trained the team, developed the leaders. Now it's time to step back. 1 day a week, 1 day step away, no phone, no calls. They have to call the bat phone to get in touch with you, right? Then we do 1 week, then 30 days. After each test with this review, we're going to see if we have to fix any gaps. But this allows us to know where we're at. We're steady testing the system, see how it's built. You want to move from chaos to clarity, right? From hustling to operating to owning. This is where you run the business and people run the systems. You run the rhythm. If this is something you'd like to install in your business, click the link below, book a call, and let's see if this is right fit for you, all right? So my name is Clive Morrison, again, CMJ Business Solutions, and we would love to come and help you get freedom back into your life through your business.